Good afternoon from Malaga, España. It is a super sunny day and bright and beautiful in February, so it makes it perfect for a drone video. This is a drone filter video. I love flying drones. I know the majority of you love the drone footage here on the channel, so it's time to show you a bit of the surrounding area and talk a little bit about ND polarizer filters for your drone and why on days like today they're 100% necessary. And that all starts right now. Let's go. Love the intro. Okay, so what we're looking at here is a Sandmark filter case. I've got 4 filters. They are ND polarizers, and they come in this little tiny plastic case, which is absolutely perfect for me as a backpacker and a traveler. As most of you guys know, I travel nomadic and carry-on, so the lesser amount of equipment I can have, the better. And this actually packs really, really well into my camera bag, and the filters are protected, which is nice. Now with the Mavic 2 Pro, you can actually just sort of twist off the UV filter cover, I believe, or like the little lens cover, and it's a little hard to get off, but once you get it, it just sort of twists and pops off. Let's see if I can get this. Yeah, there we go. So tough to see. I'll probably end up getting a close-up on that, but you can just pop off that sort of plastic lens cap cover that the Mavic 2 Pro comes with, and then these guys pop right on. And because it's such a sunny day and we got a really bright sun coming in from the late afternoon, I'm actually going to put on the 8-stop polarizer. So the 4 filters that I have here are 4-stop, 8-stop, 16-stop, and 32. And I must admit the 32 is a little bit excessive. I could see it being used on like maybe desert or like the ocean or on snow. If you're going to be droning over like snow or high up in the Arctic when it's sunny out, then you'd probably want the 32. But other than that, I mean, it's a bit excessive. Now these things are really tricky to get on. You have to be really careful with them. There's a pressure point that you have to find. There we go. So that snaps right on, but like any polarizer, once you've actually got the filter onto the front, you can twist the polarizer to try and see how that will change the color in the hills and also the clouds. I don't really have that problem today. There aren't that many clouds in the sky, but when you are putting on a drone polarizer or filter onto your drone, make sure that you twist it and you're looking through your phone to be able to see the difference before you actually go and fly. That is the end of our first flight here in the video. It is a really nice part of the Costa del Sol in Spain. However, I wanted to more show you the difference with the 8-stop filter. So I didn't really show you what it looked like before because I didn't fly without the filter on. But the idea behind the filter is when you're filming in videography, you want your shutter speed to be double your frame rate. So most people shoot in 24 FPS, 25 or 30. So in those cases, you want your shutter speed on your camera to be like 1/50 or 1/60. So because I'm shooting 4K 30 with the drone, I want my shutter to be 1/60. Even if I was at f11 or even f16, for the photographers out there, you know that on a bright sunny day like this, at 1/60 shutter, your highlights are going to be blowing, and you need to have some sort of ND filter on the front of the camera, which is why videographers use variable NDs. So I was filming most of that 4K 30 at 1/60 shutter at about a 5.6 aperture, and I think it looks all right. Now the area again isn't that spectacular, but you get the idea with that filter of what it can look like. So what we're gonna do in the video is keep going. We're gonna elongate this vlog a little bit and go and explore a different part of the Costa del Sol. I'm thinking about taking you to Mijas, Pueblo, which is actually just up on the hills behind me. You might be able to see some of those white houses, and then hopefully get the drone back up in the air, maybe tomorrow or the next day, to show you a different part of this beautiful area of coastal Spain, and maybe even a different filter, so you can see the differences instead of me just flying with the 8-stop, just flying around, you know? So I'll see you in Mijas. It's the next day and we are in Mijas, Pueblo, which is a little town about halfway up a mountainside just outside of Malaga on the Costa del Sol. The views from here are spectacular and the whole village is just absolutely gorgeous. I could see myself living in a place like this. So it's time to explore the village, show you what Mijas looks like, and get the drone back up in the air, because I think this whole area with that 8-stop ND polarizer from Snell is gonna really make this place pop. So let's see what the town looks like and definitely get back up in the air.
And how beautiful is Mijas Pueblo. I love those white houses here in Mijas, and there's actually a couple of pueblos in so like little villages all across Andalusia, which is where we are right now. And I think Mijas is probably not one of the most popular ones, but definitely one of the most beautiful ones.
Yesterday we had relatively similar conditions, but it was later in the afternoon. So what I'm going to do is actually switch out the 8-stop to the 16. And why I want to do that is because of the white walls on the hillside here. Because everything is so white, it's going to reflect the sun and be super bright, sort of like snow, which I mentioned yesterday, which is really the only case that I could see you using the 32-stop is for snow. I think the 16 will probably work fine here. And again, the idea is so that you can keep your shutter at double your frame rate to make sure that you have like that smooth flow of motion in your playback in your video, and it should look great. So let's put on the 16 stop and get up in the air and see what Mijas looks like from up there. Alright, so drone's on. I got the 16-stop ND filter, and the trick here is with the polarizer, as I said yesterday, you want to try and find like maybe some landscape or some clouds if you have them, which we don't here, and look through your phone to see what it will look like through the drone. And that's sort of what I'm looking like here, and it actually looks pretty good, so I don't think I need to change it. Whereas I did change it yesterday, but this looks pretty nice. So if you did want to change it, all you have to do is move the front part of that filter, just like you would a polarizer on a normal camera, and it has the same effect. But you have to do it before you take off, because obviously when the drone's flying, you can't really change that polarizer. So the trick is to do it before you take off, but it looks fine. So let's go up in the air and see what it looks like from up there. just an incredible flight. This town looks so good from the air, and the sun is a bit higher because it's earlier in the day, and the white walls are reflecting like crazy. I can't even, it's hard to even look at the phone flying in this weather. I had to like get under some of the shade of the trees, but I think that the footage is going to turn out really great, and another good example of when you're going to want these polarized ND filters. So yeah, should we explore more of Mijas, Nettie?
Yes.
Yes? Do you want ice cream?
No.
What do you want? Cold beer? I must say that this video is not sponsored by Sandmark. I do not have a giant audience where I can like say, no brand, you must pay me to make a video. But they did send me the filters for free, which is really nice. And in return, I said I would make a video about them because I need the drone filters anyway. And I was thinking about buying some a few months back, and I've actually had these filters for quite a while. I've had them since last year, but I'm just getting around to making the video now. And yeah, so that's my point. It's not sponsored, but I did get them for free. Very cool to have the opportunity here in Mijas to get the drone up in the air with that 16-stop ND polarizer. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to use that in this video, and I'm glad I was. Now, the one that I use the most often that I didn't actually show you is the 4-stop, because the majority of the time when I'm flying the drone, the conditions aren't like super bright like here in the Costa del Sol of Spain, which is literally the sunny coast. So it's always sunny here and no clouds, but as you've seen from the channel, it's much more often that I'm in like a mountainous area or in more of like a landscape photography environment where there's going to be clouds and sort of different things to see. So I usually use the 4-stop ND polarizer, but I was glad that in this video I was able to show you the 8-stop and the 16-stop. So I've got the 4, you know, the 4 actual filters, the 4-stop, the 8-stop, 16 and 32 from Sandmark, and they are really good quality. So if you have a drone, I highly suggest that you get a set of filters. Doesn't need to be these ones specifically, but they are the ones that I have and I like them. But I've got no affiliate links. As I said earlier, this isn't sponsored, so just my opinion as a drone pilot and a videographer, that if you are also a drone enthusiast and you like flying, that you should probably get yourself some filters. So that's it. That's the end of the video. As always, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you on the next one from right here in Spain. Bye. Bye, bye, bye.